Sometimes you may ask yourself that how do couples go from sweet, memorable moments in the early stage of their marriages and then fail to what becomes a charade filled with regrets, to the point they want a divorce? This is the same experience with Yemi and his wife Ify, but they had to make love to each other for the last time before she leaves his house. And the reason why they accepted to divorce each other is because they believed that they were cheating on each other. So, how did they get here? Yemi is a kind-hearted man who treated everyone with care, especially to the people around him. But where he got it all wrong was to become too familiar with his house help, Ogadi, even when his wife was at home. Ify, on the flip side, is a workaholic. She prioritizes her job more than her family. And no matter how Yemi tries to talk to her about it, she also wants him to understand her job is also important to her. And the moment Ify leaves the house, the housemaid takes over by making him good meals and also keeps him company. Yemi enjoys her company, and because of that, he doubled her salary to appreciate her for her efforts for making him a happy man. Ogadi did everything possible to please her boss by also giving him a good massage, aside from keeping him company. So, would you accuse your husband of cheating if you find him doing this with his maid? After Ify started her new job 3 months ago as an errand girl, she got promoted instantly to be her boss's personal assistant. She was delighted and couldn't wait to tell her husband about her new promotion with her boss, who dropped her off. Yemi saw his wife drop off from her boss's car. He wanted an explanation about why her boss brought her home until she gave him the big news about her new promotion. To Yemi, it was obvious that something was wrong. He was curious to know how she got a promotion within the space of 3 months of her employment. Ify told him that it was a reward for her hard work. She tried to ignore the conversation and told him that she wants to take him out to celebrate, and all expenses on her. They came back from their nice treat to find the house help in the living room. Ogadi and Yemi had been following a series of movies. She told him that the new episode was out, so he joined her to see the movie, even when his wife insisted that he join her to the bedroom. He ignored her. So, while her husband was already suspecting her with her new boss, she was also beginning to suspect her husband with the maid. Ify confronted the maid and asked her if she was sleeping with her husband. Ogadi confessed with her good heart that she had nothing to do with her boss. Ify was somehow convinced with all she said, so she left. The atmosphere was already getting tense with what looked like her husband being seduced by her maid in her presence. Yemi noticed that his wife wasn't happy, so he asked the maid to leave. Just then, her boss also called on the phone that he needs her to attend an urgent meeting as his personal assistant. Yemi no longer feels comfortable that his wife now works on a weekend with her boss, ever since she became the new personal assistant. But Ify ignored her husband's disapproval and headed out. She didn't come back until it was very late at night to meet her husband waiting for her. She told him that there was heavy traffic on her way back. Yemi was furious and asked her why she never called him on the phone even when he called her several times to know where she was. He was already suspecting her and told her that he will find out soon what she was up to. Yemi never stopped being nice to his maid. He kept showering her with a lot of gifts as a nice man. Just then, he heard the sound of a car inside his compound. It was his wife. Yemi came outside to see his wife with her official car from her boss. He told her to return the car. Ify disagreed and kept telling him that her boss gifted her the car for her hard work. Yemi asked her what she meant by being hardworking, or if she was satisfying her boss on his bed. Ify never expected such from her husband, so she admitted that she was sleeping with her boss, since she was also convinced that he was also sleeping with the maid. Ify didn't care what his reaction was going to be, even while she told him that her boss is better in bed than him. At this point, Yemi was certain that his wife was cheating on him. Later that day, Ogadi also came to thank her boss with the new gift he bought for her. They never knew that Ify was eavesdropping while she showed her boss her sexy looks in the outfit. And with all Ify had seen, would you also blame her if she accused her husband of sleeping with the maid? Ify filed for divorce, and he also agreed to sign the papers. Just then, they received a call on their different phones from their mother that they were coming to celebrate their children's 3-year wedding anniversary. So, they agreed to go their separate ways after their mother's visitation. 3 days later, their mothers arrived together. Ify told her mother about her new promotion and official car, which was a gift from her boss for her hard work, and since it is the weekend, she was going to drive her mother around town. The next day, she set out for work again. Ify got an urgent call from her boss again, so she apologized to her for not keeping to her promise. Yemi wasn't surprised. He told his mothers that she was missing her boss, so she couldn't wait to see him. At that moment, the mothers understood that there was a problem. His mother then had a heart-to-heart talk with him about his marriage. Yemi was certain that his wife was cheating on him with what she told him. Ever since then, Ify observed that her mother-in-law's attitude changed towards her. She told her mother about the sudden change of attitude from Yemi's mother. Her mother had to go talk to Yemi's mother to know what could be the problem. Yemi's mother told Ify to tell her mother about how she had been shamelessly sleeping with her boss. Ify felt so bad that she was accused innocently, but she had herself to blame if is labeled a gullible wife. She locked herself inside even when her mother kept knocking on the door. Ify's mother later had a word with her daughter. She also found out that Yemi was also sleeping with the maid, so it became word for the mothers who had to defend their children. Yemi's mother also confronted him. He swore to his father's grave that he wasn't cheating on his wife. At that moment, his mother believed him. She also confronted the maid about having an affair with her son. She believed the maid when Ogadi told her that her son can't bring himself down to her level to have anything to do with a lowlife like her. Ify's mother also had a heart-to-heart talk with her daughter to tell her the truth about having an extramarital affair. She also told her mother that she was not having anything to do with her boss, which her mother also believed her. Yemi and his mother were in the living room one morning when Ify was about to leave for work. The sight of her disgusts her mother-in-law as she called her a prostitute. She really felt bad with the harsh words from her mother-in-law when she thought about it. Ify could be innocent from all the accusations, but the truth is that if she had not told her husband that she was sleeping with her boss, all these wouldn't have happened. Ify's mother saw the need to talk to Yemi about his issues with his wife. She told him that she can attest to her daughter's fidelity. Just then, his mother walked into their conversation to also let her know that her son can't sleep with his maid. The mother-in-laws also wouldn't stop without quarreling with each other. They kept at it until Ify walked in to tell the mothers that she and Yemi were already getting a divorce, so there was no need to fight. At that point, the mothers knew that their children were more serious than they were. Her mother followed her inside to be sure of what she just said. Ify showed her the divorce papers and her intention of leaving his house before they surprised them with the sudden visit. This really broke their mother's heart. They were sure that this was a case of mere misunderstanding. The mothers thought that it was about time that they keep their differences aside and save their children's marriage. So, Ify's mother got an idea on what to do. At that time, Ify was already parking her things to leave, since the rumors had already escalated. It was obvious that they still loved each other, but they lacked the communication and understanding to resolve their differences. Their mothers were also at the door, listening to their conversations. Yemi couldn't watch his wife leave, so he kissed his wife who couldn't resist him, so they made love to each other. To Ify, she felt Yemi has no right to her body again since they were getting a divorce. Their mother saw what had happened, so they also celebrated their little wins towards their children's reunion. Ify was about to leave when she found out that the door was locked from the outside. At this point, they knew that their mother was against their divorce, so they had to sit down to resolve their differences. The truth is that intimacy has everything to do with emotional binding and connections. They haven't made love to each other for a while. So, sex brought back that emotional connection to talk. Ify reminded him of the night she couldn't find him, so she came down and heard some strange talk from the maid's room. What she didn't know was that the maid was talking to her boyfriend on the phone. Yemi also remembered that night, but he went to the kitchen to have something to eat. On the flip side, Yemi also began to suspect his wife. The day he came to his office to see her, he observed that she was putting on a different cloth from the one she left the house with. Ify also remembered that day. She mistakenly had a cup of coffee poured on her clothes. Her boss gave her the dress he bought for his wife as a gift for her to put on, since it was his fault. So he came to her office and misinterpreted everything without asking her how it all happened. Ify felt sorry and apologized about what she told her husband about sleeping with her boss. She said all that because she was innocent of the accusations. Yemi forgave his wife and also apologized to her for everything that happened. Now that their children had resolved their issues, it called for a celebration for their 3-year wedding anniversary. Yemi and Ify thought about the right thing to do, so they gave the maid 2 million naira to go start up her life, and Ify quit her job to focus on her family. Thanks for watching this movie recap. Please comment your thoughts and also like and share this video for more super amazing videos that we're bringing to you. And if you're watching from our YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification for more. Thank you.